Hi everyone, good morning. Today we are going to talk about F.A.S.T, FAST. This is it's a practice for increasing self-respect and self-esteem. So in a way, it's kind of a way of living and a way of communicating and having relationships with others. So I want you to get a pencil and a piece of paper and write on a piece of paper, kind of vertically like this, F-A-S-T. Okay? So the first one, F, is about being fair. So being fair with someone is sort of balancing your needs with their needs. So you can think of it almost like a seesaw. So, and I kind of drew it out. If the seesaw is leaning towards you, then you're taking on so much responsibility that you could feel selfish. You could feel like you're a bad person, or you can feel guilty, right? You're taking on too much responsibility. Or maybe you're taking on, you're not being fair to the other person and just focusing on yourself, right? So that makes it hard to let people in. It makes it hard to, have empathy for others. So the focus is solely on you. The seesaw is teetering this way. But on the other hand, if the focus is too much on the other person, then you can feel like a pushover or a doormat, and you're kind of sacrificing your needs to satisfy someone else's needs, right? So you're kind of overlooking what it is that you need for yourself because you're feeling pressure or like you want to help take care of someone else. And this happens a lot in middle school, where we start to get so concerned about someone else's problems that we start sacrificing caring for ourselves and doing what we need for ourselves. It's important to have a balance. So the seesaw between you and your friend, or you and another person, is healthy when it's balanced between taking care of yourself and taking care of others. And that can bring up a sense of self-esteem, of feeling proud, right? It's complicated, and it's something that you have to kind of examine in each interaction or each problem that you have with another person. Like, how much is the seesaw balanced? You can even journal a seesaw and write, how much of the focus am I putting on the other person, and how much of the focus am I putting on myself? Am I all focused on myself? Am I kind of being almost like a victim? Am I only thinking about my side of the story? Or am I only thinking of their side of the story and really ignoring my own needs, right? And then that doesn't feel good either. So see if even in your journaling you can balance that seesaw between you and someone else. And it's a great thing to do with someone else, to talk it through with, especially an adult or an adult that you trust, to figure out, is this balanced? Am I putting too much attention on someone else, or am I putting too much attention on myself? Okay, so that's the F. The A, apologies. So looking at how you apologize, a lot of times, we always talk about, make sure you apologize, you need to make amends, you need to make sure you apologize to someone, but sometimes we over apologize, right? And sometimes people over apologize because they really want someone else to make them feel better about it. So maybe they feel guilty and they just keep apologizing until they can have someone make them feel better, right? So if you catch yourself doing this doesn't feel very good, right? Because it actually kind of supports your guilt, and it actually it makes the teeter-totter not balanced. You're focusing on the other person for you to feel better, right? So make your apology and then return back to yourself and taking care of yourself. Apologies are extremely important, but over apologizing can actually damage the relationship. Okay. S, stick to your values. Oh, this is a big one, right? Because, you're entering the age of a lot of peer pressure, and you're going to be asked to do things that just don't match up with your values. So now is a good time to think about what your values are, right? So I have some examples here of values. And this is kind of what I want you to write in your little writing exercise, right? So examples could be you value achieving things, whether that be good grades or getting better at a sport or an art, but that's a value of yours. So if you find yourself sacrificing that value for someone else, then again, it's not balanced, right? So you have to remember your values. Another one is having fun. You value having fun. So enjoying what you do, and that's important too. Obviously, it's got to be balanced. Or focusing on family, seeing your family, keeping your family relationships strong. Or it could be contributing to society, so helping people in need, improving your community in some way. Your value could be being part of a group. So I know that is a big value for a lot of middle schoolers, is to, have close friends, to do things together with people. I mean, it's a little bit harder right now, right? So that's a value that's being strained right now. Being part of a sports team, feeling a sense of belonging. Building character. So that's being honest, right? Standing up for your beliefs, keeping your word, being responsible. A lot of building character is like the life skills. Those are values. Being responsible. Okay, so earning money, taking care of yourself more and more, being independent, being reliable, right? Being a leader. That can be a value, that it's valuable to you to lead. So setting a good example, and being supportive, being respected by other people, being healthy. That's a huge value of mine. I mean, yes, I would love to eat 20 cupcakes today, but it interferes with my values. My values are to take care of my body, right? That's a very important value to me. Learning. Some people, that's a value that they continue to learn for the rest of their lives. Seeking knowledge. That's kind of at the heart of science, is that quest to seek more knowledge. A lot of you are learning different things right now. Not necessarily even in school, but in your hobbies and your extracurricular activities. And then striving for moderation. So trying to achieve balance. That's another value of mine. Yes, I like to have fun, but I want to respect that I have hard work on my plate. So keeping that balance is a value. So I want you to write down, maybe you can pause it right now, and write down at least 5 values of yours that are really core. And they're hard to know. Sometimes we use them all the time, but we may not even be aware, So those are some of my examples. Pause, see if you can get about 5 out, and then come back. Okay. The T in F.A.S.T stands for being truthful. Being honest is one of the most important skills you can have in your life, because it helps you be honest with yourself. Sometimes we're not even honest with ourselves, and we try to convince ourselves that we want to do something because everybody else wants to do it, but it's really not true. Have you ever been in a movie theater and one person laughs and then the other 5 people sitting next to them start laughing too? Because it's just kind of like, well, they're laughing, I guess I should think this is funny, right? But that's not being true to yourself. So being honest, being true to yourself is also being true to others. Being honest about how you feel while still respecting their feelings, right? So obviously, if you don't like somebody's outfit, well, that's your truth, but you don't need to tell them that. But if you have something that's bothering you, and you need to tell them, that's being honest, you know, or a truth about how you're feeling, or a truth about what you're struggling with, you know. Reaching out for help, that's telling the truth. Lying and keeping secrets are very similar, and they actually can make you physically sick. Holding on to a lie, or actually maintaining a lie, right? Because you have to, there's the initial lie, but then you have to kind of maintain it. So you have to somehow compartmentalize the truth and continue to tell the lie. And then the truth starts to get eroded inside, and then you start to lose contact with the truth. So now you're living in a way that's not true to yourself. And that can bring all kinds of issues, right? But first and foremost, it makes us feel bad, you know? It makes us feel bad. So it's better to just go ahead and tell the truth, even if it's hard. It's kind of like pulling the Band-Aid off. You know, you just do it. And then things get better because things align up. They line up the way you need them to. So I know all this sounds really probably vague, but it's a great template for if you're struggling within a relationship or a friendship and you're wondering, okay, you know, maybe you are being asked to tell a secret to someone else and it goes against your value. Maybe your value is always being trustworthy, right? And now you're telling something to someone else that doesn't feel very good, right? That's when you get F.A.S.T going. Okay, is this fair? Do I need to apologize, or am I over apologizing? Right? You can kind of put it through this. Am I sticking to my values? Am I being honest with others and myself? So put this fast, fair, apologies, stick to values, and truthful. You can even put it on a little card, or like tape it up on your mirror or somewhere where you can see it, because it's a very useful tool, especially when you're having interpersonal struggle with someone else. All right, I hope that's helpful, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.